Okay, good afternoon. Kicking off the afternoon session here, day one at the NTT INDYCAR Series Content Days. Graham Rahal, Nolan Siegel, Christian Lundgaard, Jacob Abel, Kipton Simpson, Santino Ferrucci, Devlin DeFrancesco, David Malukas, Alexander Rossi will all be here momentarily. Leading us off, though, the three-time and reigning NTT INDYCAR Series champion Alex Palou, back driver the number 10 DHL, Chip Ganassi Racing Honda, attempting to become just the fourth driver to win at least three straight NTT INDYCAR Series championships coming up in 2025 to join Dario, Sebastian Bourdais, Ted Horn. If only we were on track tomorrow, you could get going on this championship like this. So you got to be patient.
I'm patient. I'm patient.
Looking forward to getting back on track?
Yeah, honestly, it's been a long break, so yeah, can't wait to get back on track and see what we have.
Tell us what you've been doing the last couple of months.
I've been resting. I went to vacation. I've been following my daughter around the house because she never stops moving. I've been trying to rest.
Yeah.
Which I've not been able to, and then. No, I'm joking. No, honestly, spending so much family time, having good food in Spain that I normally cannot have here during the year, like specific types of food, I mean. And then seeing the family. That's it, Christmas, and then back here.
That's great. Well, I think it's 47 days to the opener at St. Pete, so the countdown continues for sure.
Yeah.
We'll start questions in person, and then we'll take some, time permitting, online. Let's begin with Ben Johnston.
Hey, Alex, welcome back. Happy New Year.
Thank you.
What do you think it's going to take this year to make it three in a row?
I think same as every year. I think obviously everybody starts from scratch. Everybody starts with really high energies and probably really motivated to try and improve what we've done bad in the past. So I'm in the same position as well. I just want to go out on track and try and improve what we did last year. It's going to take a lot of effort. The competition's been really, really tough. It's not one team that you're fighting with. You're fighting against multiple teams. We've seen Andretti this past year how quick and how tough they were on track. Penske as well. And yeah, it'll be fun. I'm looking forward. We've been having a lot of work as well, trying to be a bit better on short ovals on both driver sides. So just me personally, but then the team as well, trying to get a little bit more speed. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I mean, it's the competition will be tough. We won the last championship with only 2 wins, so that shows how competitive it is. And yeah, the goal is to try and repeat that, improve it a bit, and hopefully get to 500.
Let's go, Eric, and then we'll work up Nathan and Bruce. Go ahead, Eric.
Yep. Read any children's books lately? I don't know if you.
Yeah. Not Joseph's one, but yeah.
Obviously, the champion the last 2 years, won 3 of the last 4. Everybody's chasing you, and you it's hard to change an approach when it's worked. But as you said, this competition's tight. Do you change anything of your approach coming into trying to go for 3 in a row, or you just leave it as is and keep doing what you've been doing?
No, 100%. You need to change it. Otherwise you fall very quick here in IndyCar. I would say every sport, if you don't change just because it's been successful, they'll catch up really, really quick. So I'm not saying we're going crazy. Like, obviously I'm not gonna go crazy and change all my stuff, but yeah, I'm trying to change some stuff, both physically, mentally, and the way I drive. Hopefully I can push myself in areas that I've been struggling the past season. So yeah, we're gonna change a little bit, see if it works, and see if we can continue to be up front. But as you said, the competition we know it's gonna be tough, and everybody, again, we start from zero. you guys and me included, we're not going to care about 2024 once we're in St. Pete. Maybe I'll care in, I don't know, 15, 20 years, maybe when I retire, hopefully. But not now. I think now it's all about 2025.
Nathan, then Bruce.
On this stretch that you've been on these last couple of years, you go from a really unique season where you won, I think, 5 races in 2023, if I remember right, and then go and continue the consistency, but only win twice, and I don't think won at all in the back half of the year, and yet you still come away with the championship. 2 very different seasons, but what would you say is kind of like the through line between those 2 years that allowed you to win so differently, and yet still come away with 2 Astra Cups back-to-back years?
Yeah, I would say 2023 was magical. I mean, we only our worst finish was 8th, and we got 5 wins. Which 5 wins, it's incredible. I like it. It felt amazing. And then 2024, it was I would say not the opposite, but we had a lot of up and downs. We had some races like I crashed in Iowa, got into an accident at Nashville. Like, we had a lot more up and downs, and we were not as consistent, and we only won 2 races. So it was for sure, in terms of results, a bit lower, but still was still okay, borderline of making it. So I would say the consistency helped in both years. That's what I would say, that it's been not the same, but pretty similar in both years. And it's been because also I have a great team behind that. Even when I struggle and we start, I don't know, P16, P17 in the race, they get me to the front, and those weekends count a lot. Instead of having a P bananas on the race, you get a top 10 that counts at the end of the year.
Dave mentioned you would join a really small class of drivers in the series history that have won 3 straight championships if you were to win again this year. I know you have also are still waiting for your first Indy 500, and you come close a couple times now. If you only had the opportunity to win one of those, I'm just kind of curious where your mindset is. Would you rather join that 3 straight class of championship winners, or win your first 500 in 2025?
I don't know. It's tough. I want to win the Indy 500 so bad. I think it's, I know what it is, but I don't think anybody knows exactly how big it is until you win it. At least that's what I heard from the drivers as well, and you can see it from outside. But winning 3 IndyCar championships in a row is pretty sweet as well. Like, probably I would take the 3 championships in a row and then win the Indy 500 in 2026, which that's, to your equation, that works. I would do that. If it's only one and that's it, and then I need to retire, I would obviously do the Indy 500. But yeah, as I'm not going to retire now, I'll get the 3 championships and then the Indy 500 in the future.
Okay. And then the last thing I wanted to ask you, on Sunday, we all got a glimpse of Fox's promotional plans for IndyCar with the new ad promo that featured Josef for 44 seconds and you for 1. I know you've got a chance to shoot some cool content with the Fox folks late last year. I guess the first question, have you seen the commercial with Josef? And if you have, knowing what you did with them, what are your thoughts on the anticipation of seeing what they come up with to introduce you to Fox's sports fans?
Yeah, we shooted that. I think it was in December in LA. I was really impressed, and I said to IndyCar and to Fox, but also to Josef, I was like, man, what is this? Like, it's crazy. It was something that we've never experienced, and we experienced a lot of cool stuff, but that was another level. Like, I got there, the set was huge, only for us. I got 20 kinds of smoothies and everything I wanted, it was there in 1 second. And the level of the production was huge. So seeing that first commercial from Josef was actually, it's really fun. I think they nailed it. It's fast. It's funny, and it shows Josef instead of showing the 500, which that's normally the target that we've been hitting. And I think the 500 is great, but it's huge already. Like, we don't even need to sell more tickets. So we need to make the series big in general. We need to allow people to know what our product is. And they nailed it. So yeah, I was impressed during the production, which I didn't go one day there for only 1 second. We will get one fully of me, hopefully. And then, I cannot wait to see what during the season is. I think it'll be impressive. I hope everybody liked it. For all the comments I saw, everybody was impressed as much as we were. So I think this is what the series needed. And it's great to have Fox.
Thanks.
Bruce.
Kind of elaborate a little bit more on that. They've also been very active in promotion and marketing and just getting the news out there, whether it be on NFL telecast or college football telecast or all the way across the board. And just how important is that to really attract people to discover IndyCar?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. Like, I think the fan base we have, it's amazing. Like, they will follow us everywhere. We go to Mars, they will follow us. Like, they love IndyCar, they love the sport so much. And we know we have a great product, so it's about showing people that doesn't know about racing, doesn't know what IndyCar is, doesn't care about IndyCar. It's about showing them, like, hey, there's this sport, some crazy people that go around the US doing laps in circles, and it's pretty fun. So I think the target that they are hitting is amazing, and hopefully we get these new people that is centered on NFL or other sports that are like, during the NFL off season, I'll watch IndyCar now.
And as far, though, as your wave of success, I know you said you're not looking back, you're looking forward, but how difficult does it get to be to continue something when you're on a wave of success?
It's tough. I mean, it's tough because you need to, like, you cannot you cannot slow down at any point. But at the same time, I think it's easier in a way. It's easier because I know what it feels like, and I just want to do it again. So I work a little bit harder than I did last year. I'm extra motivated, and I'm super hungry. So I would say you have both sides of, like, the good and bad. But yeah, I wouldn't be on another position for sure.
Got time for one or two more. Kurt, go ahead.
By the way, Kyle Kirkwood said you were the star of Josef's commercials. So
Thank you. I appreciate that. I agree.
you brought up the
Actually, Josef didn't say anything, right?
No.
It was only me that I said something during the commercial. So yeah, I agree.
Your this crash at Iowa that you referenced, that ended a long streak of races without you having some kind of impact. If I'm to sum up how you've won these two championships, it's that you and your team, that you don't beat yourself. Is that kind of your mantra? Kind of the way you approach things? We don't know how the race is going to go, but we're not going to beat ourselves.
Yeah, it was not my mantra, but every race meeting we have with Chip, that's what he tells us. He tells us to win, and then he repeats that we don't need to beat ourselves many times. So I think you can see that in the team. Obviously, we all make mistakes, and it is what it is. It's a tough sport. But we know a 17th is better than a 23rd. So if that day it's only good for 17th, is better than what I did in Iowa, where I stole, it was into the back, and just trying to make moves fast, I ended up crashing, which ended up being worse than just finishing 12th. So, yeah, I think it's a great mantra that the team has, and hopefully we can continue to use it properly.
We got time for a couple of Spanish-speaking media. Let's go to Eduardo Almos Ayala from IndyCar Al Día. Go ahead, Eduardo.
Thanks, Dave. Hola, Alex. Well, obviously in Spanish. Alex, un gusto saludarte. Bueno, la pregunta es... bueno, se me acaba de olvidar. La cuestión de los óvalos, o sea, ¿cómo te preparas, te has preparado mentalmente para pues otra vez intentar ganar, ya sea, no importa Indianapolis, sino otra vez un óvalo por primera vez?
Bueno, al final es analizando un poco, ¿no? Dónde flaqueas más, si es por ejemplo, en entrada de curva, en mitad, en salida, en defender o en adelantar. Eh, una vez ves que siempre es en la misma zona, pues intentar ver el por qué es, si es simplemente por cuestiones mías de confianza o es por el coche, porque necesite algo diferente. Y entonces trabajarlo, así que es lo que he estado haciendo un poco esta postemporada. Veremos si funciona o no la primera vez que estemos en pista en un óvalo que no sean las 500 en Indianapolis. Creo que funciona diferente, pero sí, creo que es así, analizando e intentando detectar exactamente cuál es el problema.
Muy bien. Y bueno, esto no necesariamente se relaciona con IndyCar, pero no sé si bueno, has pensado ahora que tienes tu equipo en Europa, Palou Motorsport, bueno, hacer como, por ejemplo, lo que está haciendo Prema, pues, y traerlo a América, no obviamente en IndyCar, pero en las categorías de desarrollo, SF Juniors, FS 2000, no sé si has pensado eso.
No, todavía no, creo que aún no estamos al nivel. Creo que ahora mismo estamos aún en la fase de desarrollo ahí en Europa, pero obviamente me encantaría en el futuro poder tener alguna categoría pequeña aquí en Estados Unidos, más que nada porque me gustan las carreras y por tener más oportunidades de ganar, ¿no? Si tienes más categorías, así que ya veremos, pero digamos que en los próximos 2, 3 años no está en mente.
Perfecto. Pues el mejor de los éxitos, Alex. Thanks, Dave.
Gracias.